I know that you're
Yeah,
hard working and stuff like
yeah,
that. But I'm just gonna attach a word to AI and I'm just gonna say laziness. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
It do take any like it don't take anything to get an output or get with what you're looking for or to get AI to do it for you. So now your brain shuts down because you don't have to do any thinking. Like that's what like we're gonna have a bunch of brain dead people walking around here. I'm telling you that.
yeah.
I think so anyway. What's up, John?
Bro, bro, I'm gonna just say this, bro. Y'all just pause. It's a lot to unpack here. Is all I'm gonna say, bro. Hey, uh, so Rick, what you just said was insanely accurate, and I look at your perspective from maybe how we were up until maybe how our parents were up into our generation, and I look at Joe's perspective, meaning like maybe the later part of our generation or earlier the younger part of our generation probably going into is it Gen Z or
Yeah,
is that
Gen
it?
Z.
So I'll say this. I can understand why you say laziness. But I'll also put it into Joe's perspective of your expectations from your 40-hour work week are so insane that you need to use outside sources or use additional sources. Not saying this is a bad thing because it's a tool for you. I use AI at work as well to summarize and kind of help me get my points across before I deliver speeches to make sure I hit on the key points, that type of thing. But I always do my own research first, and then I use AI as like a supplemental tool. And I think we talked about that in the past anyway. But regardless, um, I read a study. It was probably about maybe 3 weeks ago. So Gen Z, this younger generation, their test scores have Oh well, Lord. we haven't seen test scores this low since the 1990s, right? Because for their homework or for any papers they have to write, they're just saying, "Hey, like, do you need help doing your homework tonight?" You know, where our parents would sit at the kitchen table with us, we kind of formed
Mhm.
that bond, we formed that knowledge, something that you'll never forget. Because I still remember those nights. They're saying, "Oh no, mom, no, dad, I got it." They'll walk in the room, type in Chat GPT on their phone or on their laptop now, because people are 8 years old using laptops and iPads, and probably younger than that. But they're just using Chat GPT and solving all
Mhm.
their homework on their own, and they're not focused on how to find the answer. They're just focused on answering the question and moving on. Right. So when you have a test that says show your work, right, and they can't pull out their cell phone because Chat GPT has just been feeding them the answer and not necessarily
Mhm.
showing them how to do it, it's kind of like taking a shortcut through life. And that's why I believe our test scores are, insanely low as they have been in comparison to our generation and probably our parents' generation. Because you look at it, right? Like when you have kids, you want your kids to be smarter than you, and eventually AI can lead to be, like it can cripple you a little bit. It can slow you down. Like I read a really good thing the other day too. It said that this younger generation, bro, that they'll verbally assault someone in real life. They'll physically assault someone in real life. They'll go online. They'll argue their point on Twitter, right? They'll drink 3, 4 energy drinks a day, but yet they'll have a panic attack when they need to call the doctor and set up an appointment. You know,
Mhm.
there's so much you can do. Like you're skipping so many steps by using AI, and I feel like maybe a part of that solution might be using it after you get to a certain age. Or I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be big, but either way, that's just one thing I wanted to get off to because y'all kind of made my mind. Just I thought about so much at once. But kind of going back to your original question, Steve, as far as them banning use of AI or making sure you disclose it at these awards. How about this? And this could be an in between. How about we have one like if you want to do that, have an award ceremony for those who include AI in their work, and an award ceremony for those who don't.
Mhm.
Because I'm of the point now where I see where you're coming from, Joe, and I see where you're coming from, Rick. But what I would like to say is like, show me who's better then.
Mhm.
Like if you're gonna say the AI is the future, okay, well let's just have I don't want to say like a bit of a competition, but let's just see who's the most creative. Because if they're learning from us and we're at the same time learning from them, because at least the way Joe said it, it's like a back and forth. It's like I got all this data, but tell me, like extrapolate this for me for the next 10 years. That might not be something that you can do instantly,
Mhm.
but considering the pressures you receive from your workplace today, that might be something you need to do every now and then. But either way, like let's have a back and forth thing. Let's just say, hey, like let's have an AI awards where if you use AI, let's see who's the best of the best. Let's have our non AI awards where it's just human created content. See who's the best of the best. And at the end of the day, for podcasts or for people like us that like to have these discussions, we can make the comparison to say which one do we like better. Because I mean, we're all learning from each other anyway. But I don't think it's fair though for them to compete against each other because, like you said, Joe, there's just certain things with If you're limited on time, there's certain things AI can do much faster than you can without it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I know there was a lot too, but y'all, yeah, that's a good conversation, man.